spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good. Because a man that doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man.
Movie for that. What got you jammed up for you to go do your stint that you sat with Kels?
That particular time, I got indicted in 17, and then he ended up in there. I was in MCC Chicago before he came. He ended up coming like in probably July or August of 2019. So from there I left to Gilmer, West Virginia, actually where DMX was locked up at. I just was watching an interview with his wife. She just put a book out or whatever, so shout out to her for that. But yeah, they sent me there in May of 2021. And between like July of 19 and May of 2021, however much time it is, probably like 21, 22 months, I was there with R. Kelly the whole time.
What was the crime that you committed to land there?
Drug distribution. It wasn't no conspiracy though, so it was just distribution of a controlled substance, which was heroin.
All right, so we want to, because again, that's just interesting, the fact that to have you on the couch and to say that you were there when R. Kelly went in. When someone like R. Kelly comes in, does everyone kind of like get a wind that he's coming, or do you know like right when he lands, or like the CEOs be like?
They was talking about it the day he came, but I thought everybody was joking because niggas that do like all type of people. This MCC Chicago, this the third biggest city in the United States of America, you know what I mean? And you have, I'm not saying it's all tycoons here. You got peons there too, but you meet a lot of big people like El Chapo, his cartel members was there. You know what I mean? He was even there, but they knew he was connected to that city, so they had to move him like New York or somewhere. But yeah, like when he came in, it's like, man, people saying it like R. Kelly here, but I'm really thinking they playing like, and wasn't feeding into it till people kept saying it. And then a couple days later, it's like, man, dude, really, you know what I'm saying? He really in this motherfucker, like where he at? And he was in PC at the time.
How long did he stay in PC from what you know?
It wasn't long. I'm gonna say probably 30 to 45 days. I was one of the ones helping him get out of PC though, because I was a book author already. And then I wanted to write a book on his side of the story. Then this nigga, he done signed Lil Boosie, Ice-T, and he was a literary agent for the biggest publishing company in the world, basically at the time. So it's like, man, I fuck with Pimpin' Ken. This nigga R. Kelly in the feds with me. I write books like this, an opportunity to put out a major book. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't trying to sign me off my story, but I felt like being with R. Kelly tied into my story as far as me being locked up with him, it's like, let me call bro and see if, you know what I'm saying, he'd do that. So we was talking about that even in there, you know what I mean? But bro never made a move on it, and R. Kelly never really made a move on it as far as signing no agreement with me.
So you said you were instrumental in having him get out of PC. What moves were you trying to make for him to get out of there? And did he want to get out and be in Gen Pop?
They was saying he was scared at first, but like I've been tied in with the GD since before I was a teenager, really. It's just like my family grew up in that shit. So it's like I automatically grew up in it, you know what I mean? But when you get there, that's one of the first things they ask you, like, what you is. Even though I'm from Milwaukee, I'm indicted in Chicago. It's like, Milwaukee is a GD city. How I grew up in my neighborhood. I know certain members who really knew Larry Hoover and was really fucking with Larry Hoover. So it's like, I let niggas know I'm not GD no more because we don't gangbang in Milwaukee like that. But that's how I grew up. So it's like, shit, that's how you grew up. You tied in then. You regardless, we responsible for you if something happened to you. So you tied in with us. And if you know, you want 100 paperwork good, then shit, it's all love. You need anything, we got you. So I was tied in with them, and then I was cool with like all the other leaders of these other organizations as far as the Vice Lords, the Latin Kings, Blackstones, Moles or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I was cool with everybody who was somebody up in there. So once I expressed that I really wanted to do on general population and why, it's like, shit, we fuck with Bo. You know what I mean? This nigga be helping us with our cases, telling us we can sue for shit. You know what I'm saying? He 100, paperwork good. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he want to do, then we'll make sure nothing happen to dude. And once R. Kelly knew that, because it's certain ways you get a message through to people. Once he knew he'd be okay, though, he put the petition in with his lawyer and they got him right up out of there.
When you mentioned paperwork, but R. Kelly's paperwork isn't that good.
I wasn't talking about R. Kelly paperwork, but even then, like, his paperwork didn't have no evidence of none of this shit. And I'm looking at him like how I look at how they did Tupac. They put a sex case on Tupac. They put a sex case on Mike Tyson. They put a sex case on Kobe Bryant. They put a sex case on Bill Cosby. They put a sex case on Michael Jackson, the king. Still the most famous man in the world. So why am I look at another nigga who come from my same struggle and automatically judge him as guilty when I don't even know? You know what I mean? So let me see your paperwork. Like,
so wait, you ain't seen that video back in the day with him possibly, allegedly pissing on a underage minor? Urination.
I mean, I ain't really see it. You know, I wouldn't even be interested in watching no shit like that. But
Facts.
I heard about it and we talked about it.
Yeah, because the mentality, and again, this is no one who's ever sat in the feds or been in prison or thing. They think that automatically when you have any type of jacket where you dealt with child porn, anything child pedophilia,
Yeah, but look, bro, I talked to him about that, and not to justify none of that shit, because that's not right. And I'm a father of a daughter for the last 2 years, so I know how I feel now to have a daughter, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that shit wrong, but at the same time, like how he was explaining how shit go in the industry, like you probably already know, or you probably heard shit, but sometimes you will be at these parties. Like if you look on my Facebook page, I was just at a big party with motherfucking billionaire white people, and you know, my girlfriend a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? She ain't no billionaire, but she doing good, you know what I mean? As far as in that type of society, but like certain parties, not that the shit was going on at that particular party, but certain parties, when you around certain people and motherfuckers got all this money and power, they feel like we partying, we can do whatever the fuck we want to do. And sometimes, like, if other people ain't trying to party how they want to party, they'll make ways for you to party with them. They'll put some shit in your drink, and then you don't know what you doing. So according to him, you know what I mean, not that he admitted to being on no motherfucking tape, but he was just explaining, like, in certain situations in that industry, bro, like, you would be drugged up, and then you would do something you normally want to do, and they'd come to you and use something as a bribe and say, look, if you don't want to be with this agenda and do what we want you to do, then we got this on you. You didn't even know about this because your ass was out of it, you know what I mean? But yeah, we got this on you. And sometimes it be worse than the R. Kelly tape. Sometimes you done let a white man suck your dick or something, like even you worse than you that you can't come back from. So I'm not using that to justify, but another thing is that when I was growing up, not that it was ever okay, you know, I got, like I said, I got a daughter now, so I see things way different than I saw even 2 years ago. I never thought it was okay, but when I was 14, I was fucking with girls who was 14, and I was realizing they was fucking with dudes who was 30. So it's like, I've been seeing this type of shit in my environment where I come from. So it's like, it was like, y'all, not y'all in particular, but the public at large, the mass public, they can judge dude, but some of them was doing the same shit at worse. Whether you was male or female, either a lot of these males who would judge dude, they was fucking a young bitch, whether she was 16 or whatever. I saw it, you know what I'm saying? Niggas who I looked up to. And then even the females, like most of the females, like they be holding in so much pain and trauma, but a lot of them done been touched or raped when they was 14 or younger than that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, they know, you know what I mean? And for the females, I could see why they'd look at R. Kelly a certain way if he did that, especially like if it happened to them. But a lot of them females in his shit, though, I saw the paperwork, like, it was...
The documentary that, I know you was inside, but the documentary they put together to bring him down was like just a bunch of, seemed like hurt females that didn't get their chance in the industry. From the most the majority of it.
Not just that, bro, but it was females who he was fucking with for a long time, and they didn't start coming out saying he did this shit until the smear campaign. Yeah. So it's like, and then we found out that all of them was contacted around the same time saying, we know R. Kelly been doing all type of weird shit to females. If anybody victim, just come out and tell it. So females who wasn't even a victim looked at it as a lick. This is my chance to either get some fame or this is my chance to make some money and sue dude. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of that.